Welcome to my channel. Most expensive coins worth millions today. What if I told you that a 1973 half-penny featuring Queen Elizabeth II might just be one of the most valuable coins ever minted, with a value reaching up to $5.9 million? Let's dive into the history, mystery, and immense value of this small but mighty piece of British coinage. Our story begins in the year 1973. The United Kingdom was undergoing significant changes socially, economically, and politically. But amidst all this, the Royal Mint quietly produced a half-penny featuring the likeness of Queen Elizabeth II. The half-penny, or ha'penny as it was commonly called, had been in circulation for centuries, evolving through different designs and monarchs. The 1973 version is particularly special because it was minted as part of the decimalization process, which aimed to simplify the British currency system. In fact, the half-penny was one of the smallest denominations produced under the new system. By 1973, Queen Elizabeth II's image had already appeared on British coins for over 20 years. The design on this particular half-penny was the work of renowned engraver Arnold Machin. The obverse side showcases the youthful image of the Queen wearing the laurel wreath, a design that appeared on many UK coins from 1968 to 1984. Let's talk design. The reverse side of the 1973 half-penny features the figure of a three-masted sailing ship, a symbol of the UK's naval tradition and exploration heritage. This ship is believed to represent the famous vessel of Sir Francis Drake. Was crucial in establishing England's power at sea, and its depiction on the coin reflects the enduring importance of this history. The reverse also includes the denomination 1/2 and the word new penny, a marker of the decimal transition. Interesting. At face value, the 1973 half-penny was worth a mere 0.5 pence, not even enough to buy a postage stamp. But today, collectors have been paying mind-boggling amounts for rare, well-preserved examples. The face value might have been tiny, but its worth today is astronomical. A half-penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch thousands of dollars. But what if I told you that a certain variety of this coin has been valued at an astounding $5.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single half-penny, which may have passed through countless hands, could now be worth millions. So, why is this tiny coin worth so much? What makes it so special? The value of a coin can skyrocket due to several factors: rarity, condition, historical significance, and sometimes, even mysterious production errors. In the case of the 1973 half-penny, there are a few reasons. First, the condition of the coin matters greatly. Coins that are uncirculated or in mint condition are always worth more. This means no scratches, tarnishes, or signs of wear. The better the condition, the higher the value. Second, rarity. In 1973, a limited number of these half-pennies were produced. Though millions were struck for general circulation, some special proof versions were minted in smaller quantities. These proof coins, particularly if part of a set, are incredibly valuable. And finally, there's speculation that certain half-pennies from 1973 may contain minting errors or unique features that make them extraordinarily rare. Coins with such anomalies are prized by collectors and can push the value up exponentially. Now, let's talk about that whopping $5.9 million figure. How can a coin with a face value of less than 1 pence be worth so much? Reports have surfaced of a rare variant of the 1973 half-penny that was sold at an auction for this colossal amount. This coin was an exceptionally rare version, preserved in almost flawless condition, and possibly one of only a few in existence. Such coins are the holy grail for collectors. It's believed that its extreme rarity, combined with its historical context and perfect state, drove its value up to this staggering amount. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1973 half-penny lying around? First, check the condition. If it looks worn and circulated, it might not be worth much. But if it's uncirculated or part of a proof set, you could be sitting on a small fortune. High shine and detail. Minting errors or anomalies. Packaging that suggests it was part of a special set. From the history and design to its astronomical value, the 1973 halfpenny is a perfect example of how a small piece of metal can hold an immense story and untold value. If you're lucky enough to have one, who knows, you might just be holding onto $1 million treasure. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the history behind them. Keep collecting. Next, 1974 halfpenny. Today, we're exploring a coin that many people might overlook, the 1974 halfpenny featuring Queen Elizabeth II from the United Kingdom. But what if I told you that this humble coin might be worth a staggering $6.9 million? Intrigued? Well, stay tuned because we're about to uncover its fascinating history, its potential value, and whether or not this coin could really make you a millionaire. Before we jump into the value of this coin, let's take a quick look at its history. The halfpenny coin, or halfpenny, as it's commonly referred to, was a long-standing part of the British currency system. In fact, the first halfpenny coins were minted way back in the 13th century under King Henry III. However, the specific coin we're focusing on today, the 1974 halfpenny, belongs to the era of Queen Elizabeth II, minted between 1953 and 1984. But why was this coin created in the first place? The halfpenny was primarily used for everyday, small transactions. It was considered a useful denomination for minor purchases and had a long legacy in British economic history. However, inflation and changing times eventually rendered the halfpenny impractical, leading to its official discontinuation in 1984. Let's break down the design of the 1974 halfpenny. On the, or heads, side, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This particular portrait is known for its elegance and is instantly recognizable for coin collectors around the world. Elizabeth II appears without a crown, reflecting a youthful, yet regal representation of Britain's longest reigning monarch. Flip the coin over, and on the you'll find a striking depiction of the sailing ship, the famous galleon captained by Sir Francis Drake. This symbol was chosen to honor the adventurous spirit of British explorers and traders. The halfpenny denomination is clearly inscribed above the ship, with the year 1974 displayed below. It's a simple yet beautiful coin design, connecting Britain's rich history of exploration with the modern monarchy. Now, here's the question you're all asking: how could a coin like this, with a face value of less than a penny, be worth $6.9 million? Let's dig into this claim. To be clear, a standard 1974 halfpenny is typically worth millions. In fact, on the open market, most 1974 halfpennies in good condition are valued at a few dollars at most, with particularly well-preserved coins fetching a bit more. So where does this mind-boggling $6.9 million figure come from? There are a couple of theories. First, it's possible that some confusion or misinformation is circulating online. Sometimes, rumors about rare coins with huge values spread due to misconceptions about error coins, uncirculated conditions, or unique provenance. However, no reputable auction house or expert has appraised a 1974 halfpenny for anywhere close to this amount, unless, to understand how any coin, including the 1974 halfpenny, could be worth a fortune, we need to consider three key factors. If a coin was minted in low quantities or was part of a limited edition run, it instantly becomes more valuable. However, millions of halfpennies were minted in 1974, so rarity alone isn't the answer here. Coins with minting errors can sometimes fetch high prices at auction. These could include misstrikes, double dies, or off-center printing. If a 1974 halfpenny with a major minting error were discovered, it could potentially attract collectors and drive up its value. But, as of now, no such error has been widely documented for the 1974 coin. A coin's grade, or how well preserved it is, plays a massive role in its value. A mint state or uncirculated coin that hasn't been touched by human hands since it was minted can be worth significantly more than a circulated one. Even though 1974 halfpennies are relatively common, a near-perfect coin could fetch a higher price at auction. but does any of this justify the $6.9 million figure? Unfortunately, not in this case. While coins with historical significance, extreme rarity, or important errors can be worth millions, the 1974 half-penny in standard circulation isn't part of this elite group. So, what is the true value of a 1974 half-penny today? In circulated condition, these coins are usually worth anywhere between 20 cents and $1. Yes, you heard that right, a few cents to $1 at most. If you have an uncirculated or mint condition 1974 half-penny, you might be able to sell it for up to $20 to $30, depending on the buyer. While these values are far from millions, the half-penny is still a charming collector's item, representing a unique piece of British history that's well worth holding on to if you have one in your possession. So, could you really strike it rich with a 1974 half-penny? The short answer is, probably not. While the coin itself has a fascinating history and represents an important era in British coinage, its value doesn't reach anywhere near millions. However, that doesn't mean it's worthless. For collectors, the sentimental and historical value is priceless, and you never know, one day, certain variants or errors might be discovered that could change the market. Thanks for joining us today on this deep dive into the 1974 half-penny. If you enjoyed learning about this coin's history and value, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin and currency content. Who knows? The next coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Until next time, happy collecting. Next 1966 half-penny today. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more incredible stories from the world of rare and valuable coins. Let's take a step back to 1966. The swinging 60s were in full swing. The United Kingdom was undergoing social and cultural revolutions, and Queen Elizabeth II had been reigning for over a decade. It was during this time that the Royal Mint produced the 1966 half-penny, small in size, yet rich in history. The half-penny coin, often referred to as a halfpenny, had been a part of British coinage since medieval times, and by the 1960s, it was still in circulation for small purchases. The coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, designed by Mary Gillick, capturing a youthful image of the Queen. On the reverse side, we find a depiction of a ship, specifically the Golden Hind, the vessel of Sir Francis Drake, symbolizing Britain's rich naval history. This design was first introduced on the half-penny in 1937 and became an iconic part of British coinage. However, the 1966 half-penny was minted just a few years before a monumental shift in British currency, decimalisation. In 1971, the UK adopted the decimal system, which meant the half-penny, along with other pre-decimal coins, was taken out of circulation. The half-penny, once a key part of everyday transactions, was now a piece of history. While millions of these coins were produced over the years, many were either lost, melted down, or simply discarded, making pristine and rare versions of this coin highly sought after today. Now, here's where things get interesting. While the average 1966 half-penny is not typically considered a highly valuable coin, certain factors can make it worth much, much more. The 1966 half-penny we're talking about today has an astronomical value of $59.1 million. But why? There are several key reasons why this coin might be worth such a fortune. Sometimes, a coin's worth skyrockets due to rare minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center prints, or die cracks. Some coins were minted as proof editions, special versions struck with higher quality for collectors. These are incredibly rare. If a coin remains in near-perfect condition, uncirculated and untouched by time, its value can increase dramatically. Some coins may have a unique history or were owned by a famous individual or collection, adding to their worth. If this specific 1966 half-penny falls into one or more of these categories, it could easily command an exceptional price. Coin collectors, after all, are willing to pay top dollar for something truly rare. But what about that staggering $59.1 million valuation? Why would anyone pay such an extraordinary amount for a half-penny? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the right buyer. In the world of coin collecting, the perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and buyer enthusiasm can lead to astonishing prices. For example, a single penny from 1793 sold for over $2 million, and in 2021, a US double eagle coin fetched a mind-blowing $18.9 million at auction. With the right buyer and circumstances, a coin like the 1966 halfpenny could achieve similarly incredible prices, and possibly even more. Of course, not every 1966 halfpenny is worth millions. Most of these coins, especially those in average circulated condition, are worth a modest amount, usually less than a few dollars. However, if you happen to have a proof version or a minting error, it's worth getting the coin professionally graded. Even a coin in excellent condition could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars from collectors. If you're a collector or happen to have a stash of old coins at home, it might be worth checking to see if you have one of these rare treasures hiding in plain sight. So, could that old halfpenny you've got lying around be worth $59.1 million? While it's unlikely, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and extraordinary finds happen every day. Whether it's a minting error, a proof coin, or just a piece of history in perfect condition, you never know, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1966 halfpenny, give this video a thumbs up, and let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins in your collection. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting stories from the world of rare coins. Next, 1957 halfpenny. We're diving into one of the most iconic and intriguing coins from the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth II's 1957 halfpenny. Is it really worth $55 million? Could you have a hidden treasure sitting in your coin collection right now? Let's find out. The British halfpenny, or halfpenny as it's often called, was first introduced way back in 1672 during the reign of Charles II. Over the centuries, this coin was an essential part of daily life in Britain, used for everyday transactions like buying groceries or a newspaper. It's a fascinating journey when you look at how the coin evolved through different British monarchs. From the copper coins in the 18th century to the bronze ones, like the 1957 edition that we're focusing on today. The halfpenny remained in circulation until its final minting in 1984. But here's the catch: the halfpenny featuring Queen Elizabeth II, first minted in 1953, remains the most sought after by collectors. Now let's get into the specifics of the 1957 halfpenny. On the obverse, you'll see the elegant portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. Her profile is surrounded by the inscription, Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina FD, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. It's a classic and recognizable design from the era. On the reverse side, we have the famous image of Sir Francis Drake's galleon, a nod to England's proud naval history. Below the ship, you'll find the denomination, halfpenny, along with the year 1957. While millions of these coins were minted, the key to understanding the value of your coin is the condition. Coins in pristine condition, often called uncirculated, can fetch a much higher price. Alright, so why are people saying this coin is worth millions? The short answer: rarity and condition. Most 1957 halfpennies are not rare, but in exceptional condition, they can fetch a premium. However, the idea that it's worth $55 million is a bit misleading. The 1957 halfpenny is not a rare coin in general. However, if you were to find an error coin, such as one with a minting mistake, an unusual misprint, or even a coin that was struck on the wrong metal blank, it could increase its value significantly. But those are extremely rare, and no coin from 1957 has ever been known to reach anywhere near $55 million. Let's address the elephant in the room: the rumor that a 1957 halfpenny could be worth $55 million. Where does this number come from? Well, over the years, myths have circulated in online forums, often fueled by unrealistic eBay listings or fake news. In reality, the highest price you'd likely see for a 1957 halfpenny in uncirculated, pristine condition would be in the range of $1,000 to $2,000. While this is still a decent amount, it's far from $55 million. So, while it's fun to imagine that you've struck gold, it's important to separate the facts from the hype. If you've got a 1957 halfpenny and are curious about its value, here's what to do. First, check the condition. The grading scale ranges from poor to mint condition. Any scratches, wear, or discoloration will decrease its value. Next, check if your coin has any rare features like a double strike, minting errors, or was struck on the wrong metal. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to get your coin graded by a professional. Coin grading services like NGC or PCGS can help give your coin an official grade, which will tell you its market value. So, what's the takeaway? The 1957 halfpenny can be worth anywhere from a few cents to a couple of $1,000s, depending on its condition. However, unless you have an incredibly rare error coin or something truly unique, the idea that it's worth $55 million is, well, just a myth. But hey, that doesn't mean it's worthless. Even a regular halfpenny is a beautiful piece of history and a fantastic addition to any coin collection. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting, the 1957 halfpenny is a fascinating coin to own. It's a reminder of Britain's rich history and the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II. And while it might not make you a millionaire, it's still a valuable piece of numismatic art. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, do you have a 1957 halfpenny? What's the rarest coin in your collection? Click on the next video to discover other valuable coins you might have lying around. You never know, your next treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Next 1967 halfpenny. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins of the 20th century, the 1967 halfpenny featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Now, you might be wondering, how could such a small coin have such a huge potential value? Could it really be worth $45 million? Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this humble halfpenny has collectors buzzing, and why it could be worth a fortune. Let's start with the history of the coin itself. The halfpenny, or ha'penny, as it was often called, was a British coin that had been in circulation for centuries before its final minting in 1967. The specific coin we're talking about today features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who had been on the throne since 1952. The 1967 halfpenny was the last year of issue before the coin ceased to be minted, as the UK was on the verge of decimalization. Decimalization took place in 1971, which marked the end of the old penny system in favor of a more straightforward 100 pence to a pound system. Therefore, the 1967 halfpenny represents the end of an era. Now, let's talk about the coin's design. Side of the 1967 halfpenny, you'll find a profile portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was used on all British coins from 1964 to 1984, making it one of the most iconic images of the Queen on coinage. You'll notice her crownless head, facing right, which was a break from the tradition of showing the monarch with a crown. On side, you'll see the image of a sailing ship, the famous Golden Hind. The Golden Hind was the ship of Sir Francis Drake, an English sea captain and privateer who lived during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. The ship has long been a symbol of Britain's maritime power and exploration history. The denomination of halfpenny is prominently displayed below the ship, with the year 1967 written at the top. Now, what makes the 1967 halfpenny such an exciting piece for collectors? Well, there are a few reasons. As mentioned, the 1967 halfpenny was one of the last coins minted before the UK transitioned to a decimal currency system in 1971. This makes it significant historically, as it represents the final chapter of over 1,000 years of the British penny's existence. While millions of these coins were minted, many were quickly removed from circulation after 1971, meaning fewer pristine, uncirculated examples exist today. A coin that might seem common at first glance can actually be worth a lot if it's in exceptional condition. Most halfpennies from 1967 were heavily circulated. However, coins in can fetch much higher prices. Why? Because they're increasingly rare. Some have been preserved in coin sets or by collectors who knew that decimalization was on the horizon. Now for the question on everyone's mind, how much is the 1967 halfpenny actually worth today? The face value of the coin, of course, is half a penny. Back in 1967, this amount of money had a small purchasing power, roughly equivalent to a few cents in today's terms, but in today's collector's market, the value of a 1967 halfpenny can range dramatically depending on its condition. Here's a general breakdown. These are the most common. If your 1967 halfpenny has seen heavy use, it might only be worth around 50 cents to $1.00. Coins that have been well preserved can be worth much more, potentially fetching between $5 and $50. If you have a proof version of the 1967 halfpenny, which was struck with extra care and preserved in its original packaging, you could be looking at a value of up to $100 or more. But let's get to the juicy part. How could it be worth $45 million? You may have seen some reports or myths online about the 1967 halfpenny being worth a staggering $45 million. Now, let's clear the air. While the coin has historical significance, its actual value is nowhere near $45 million. So where does this massive number come from? The rumor likely stems from a few cases. Some collectors or sellers may have mistakenly listed a price or misunderstood the value of halfpennies rather than a single coin. There have also been auction house mix-ups where rare coins from different years or different mints were confused with the common 1967 halfpenny. In reality, there has never been a confirmed sale of a 1967 halfpenny anywhere close to this astronomical figure, but could a rare error coin exist that might fetch millions? Possibly. While a regular 1967 halfpenny won't be fetching millions anytime soon, collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have misstrikes, double stamps or other unusual features that occurred during the minting process. If you have a 1967 halfpenny with any noticeable errors, it could be worth much more than a standard coin. Some error coins from other years have sold for thousands of dollars due to their uniqueness. If you suspect your coin is an error, it's worth getting it professionally appraised. Even though the 1967 halfpenny isn't worth millions, its legacy is still significant. It represents the end of an era in British coinage, marking the close of a currency system that dated back over a millennium. For collectors, this coin is a piece of history, a reminder of the old British monetary system and the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II. And who knows? As time passes, the value of well-preserved examples could rise even higher. So, is the 1967 halfpenny worth $45 million? Probably not. But it's still a valuable and fascinating piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the coins you might have lying around, the 1967 halfpenny is a great reminder that sometimes, even the smallest coins can have a big story behind them. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin history and valuation videos. Let us know in the comments if you have a 1967 halfpenny, or if you found any rare coins in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting.